Okay, everybody, I want the parents to watch this one too because I have a million things to show you about how to be a better reader. I'm going to show you real quick all of the reading strategies that we have used during the school year. And parents, you can help when you see your child struggling with a word. Don't just tell them the answer. And as you'll see in here, there's lots of things you can say that will help them remember. So I'm gonna go kind of quickly. Your children know all of these. Here we go. The first one is eagle eye. So when we get to a word we don't know, let's pretend we're reading. I chose a really big book so you could read. I know you know that word, but let's pretend we get to a word we don't know. The first thing we do is eagle eye. Eagle eye says what, everybody? Look at the pictures. Yeah. So I'm going to look at the pictures and I see a kid smelling something. Maybe that's the word. Maybe that's the word smell. The next friend we have is Lips the fish. Lips the fish says, get your lips ready and say the first sound. Let me check. I can. Now I'm going to get that first sound. I'm not just going to guess. I'm going to say, I can smell. See, Lips the fish helped. But if Lips the fish didn't do it, I could do stretchy snake. Stretchy snake. Stretchy snake says, stretch out the word. Sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. This time it's good. Smell. Sometimes it's not so good. For example, I think the next page. Oh yeah, look at this crazy one. There's a word here. If we did stretchy snake here, it wouldn't be good. Tangue. Tangue, what is that? I don't even know. Not a word that I know. So sometimes stretchy snake is no good. If stretchy snake doesn't work, we try chunky monkey. So chunky monkey says, chunk the word. So you might look at this word. Tasked. Now I chunked it, tasked, but that's not a word. So you know who I need? Flippy Dolphin. Flippy Dolphin says, flip the vowel sounds. Here's the vowel sounds. A, e, I, a. Sometimes Y, yeah. But if the word tasked isn't right, try changing that vowel. So I'm going to change that vowel. In fact, I recognize a bossy E there, so it must be taste. Taste. I can taste. I taste with my, still don't know that word. What should I try first? Let's try eagle eye. I taste with my mouth. That makes sense. Let me see. Lips the fish. I'm going to look at that word again. See if it's right. I taste with my Can't be mouth. What is it? I'll try stretchy snake. Tangue. Oh, tongue. I taste with my tongue. I got it. Okay. Those are our friends that help us read. Now I have a whole bunch of reading strategies. Let me move this down. I'm going to go fast, so keep up with me. Parents, I hope you're still here. Here we go. Number one. I think I better move this up. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Let me move my flippy and my chunky. Move this higher. Number one, have a reading ready body. Are you parents noticing your kids reading like this? Blah, 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 blah. That's not a reading ready body. Reading ready body, eyes on the book, both hands on the book, sit up straight, both feet on the floor, and if you're in this kind of chair, all four legs on the floor. All right, have a reading ready body. Next, here's just another way of how to make sure you use your body to be ready, because you don't just use your eyes, you use your whole body. Use your reading finger. Get out your reading finger. First, hide your other fingers. Just use one. Point under the word. Don't cover it. Don't read like this. You can't read that word if your finger's on top. Then, move your finger every time you say a word. Okay? That's how to use a reading finger. Next. This one's tricky, especially when there's a lot of stuff going on. Keep your eyes and brain on the book. If you notice your eyes or mind wandering, look back at the words. So we do that a lot in class where someone is reading a book this. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, there's a little bear, and oh, look at the ceiling. It looks so dark today. What am I going to do at recess time? So if you notice your mind is wandering, or if you notice you're reading, and then your eyes start wandering, go back to the book, okay? Keep your eyes and brain on the book. Next, this one is so important, and this was sort of the next step of what we were working on in class. This is hard for kids. Good readers think about the book. They don't just rush through it. So you can stop and think after every sentence. You definitely should stop and think after every page, okay? Good readers think about the book. They don't just rush. This person's thinking, this reminds me of, or I wonder, okay? Important one. This goes along with it. Ask yourself, does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, try it again. I said, but also look at the sounds, okay? Sometimes when kids read, they just sort of make up what the words say. So you gotta look at the words too. Okay. This one, we see a lot of people do this. When you get to an unknown word, don't freeze. Like that. Instead, look at the word. Not the teacher, not the sky, not the room. So another thing I see people do is they'll go, especially when I'm reading in a group. You guys know, if we're reading in a group, sometimes kids will just freeze and wait for someone else in the group to answer it. So if you are reading like this, the 3 bears, now watch, I'm gonna freeze, okay? Don't do this at home. The 3 bears, I'm not even looking at the words. I'm just looking around waiting for someone else to answer. Waiting for my mom to tell me the word, waiting for another kid to tell me the word, hoping that if I wait long enough, someone will help me. What do I do if I don't know the word? Sound it out, okay? Don't just freeze. Don't look at the sky, the teacher, your parent, your brother. 2 more. This one is everybody's favorite because they hear me say this all the time. Don't be a guessy pants. Slow down and sound out the words. So like another thing that people will do is they'll just guess. They'll go, the 3 bears happy holiday book. They didn't even look. You gotta look. Don't just be a guessy pants. You know who you are. And then the last one is a really good one that the kids love to remember. They love to remind me to do. Smooth out the bumpy road. So if you're reading and it sounds really bumpy, like this, let me see if I can find something bumpy. Oh, this is a terrible book for me to read. Too hard. So if you're reading bumpy, it would sound, who was it cradled? Who was it? See, that sounds so bumpy. So smooth out the bumpy road. If your reading sounds bumpy, try it again. Now that you know all the words, smooth it out so it sounds a little bit better. Then reread it one more time so it sounds nice and smooth. Okay, darlings, I am not going to hear you read for quite a while. So it's your job to read this summer. Practice and teach your parents, all of our friends, teach your parents and your brothers and your sisters and your grandmas and your grandpas, all of these strategies, and you will be a superstar reader in 1st grade. Okay? Love you.